Picture this. Grandma reaches into her purse and pulls out candies, whispering softly, "Our little secret, darling." You watch from across the room, feeling that familiar knot forming quietly in your stomach. What do you say? Your child's face absolutely lights up, eyes wide with pure joy, reaching eagerly for every single sweet offered. You love watching that warm connection between generations, but a quiet nagging worry stirs deep inside you. Do you step in and say something, or do you let it go, just this one more time? Later, the sugar rush hits hard. Your child bounces off walls, then suddenly crashes into tears and tantrums. You try setting limits, but suddenly you become the strict parent, the one who ruins all the fun. Grandparents have done this for decades. They raised your own parents just fine. Who are you to say? This quiet tension lives in millions of households every single week. You are absolutely not alone in this. But here's the truth. You don't have to choose between grandparents' love and your child's health. Balance exists. Scientists have spent decades studying exactly what sugar does to the developing minds of young growing children. Harvard Medical School researchers found that high sugar consumption alters dopamine reward pathways in children's developing brains significantly. Dopamine is the brain's pleasure chemical. Every sweet treat sends a powerful signal. Do this again, do more. Stanford University researchers discovered a sugar reinforcement loop in children's brains that becomes increasingly difficult to rewire over time. This is called the reward pathway cycle. The brain begins to anticipate sweets as a source of emotional comfort. Dr. Robert Lustig at UC San Francisco showed that excess fructose triggers significant cortisol spikes in young developing bodies. Cortisol is the body's primary stress hormone. When blood sugar crashes after a treat, cortisol floods the system rapidly. This cortisol spike explains the infamous sugar crash, the crying, irritability, and emotional dysregulation parents know all too well. Cambridge University studies show early dietary patterns involving high sugar can shape food preferences well into adulthood permanently. Researchers call this early dietary imprinting. Habits formed before age 7 often become lifelong emotional relationships with food. But science equally reveals that grandparent relationships are profoundly beneficial for a child's emotional and cognitive development. Oxford University research found children with strong grandparent bonds show higher emotional resilience and greater social intelligence throughout life. When a grandparent gives a child a sweet, their brains actually synchronize. Scientists call this neural synchrony between loved ones. Neural synchrony is the alignment of brainwave patterns between two people, sharing a deeply meaningful emotional moment of connection. Even a small candy gift triggers oxytocin release in both grandparent and grandchild. Oxytocin is our powerful bonding hormone. This is why grandparents instinctively reach for sweets. They are not just giving sugar, they are giving biological love. Stanford researchers found that food sharing activates the very same brain regions involved in deep social bonding between humans. Food has always been humanity's primary language of love, care, and belonging across every culture and every generation worldwide. So science reveals a genuine tension. Too much sugar harms developing brains, yet the love behind it truly nourishes. Understanding both sides of this equation is the very first step toward building a truly healthy, harmonious family dynamic. In 1972, Stanford's Walter Mischel conducted the famous marshmallow test, revealing how self-regulation profoundly shapes a child's entire future. Children who delayed eating one marshmallow to receive two later showed dramatically better life outcomes across many decades ahead. This tells families something powerful. Teaching children to navigate treats, not avoid them, builds crucial lifelong self-regulation skills. Think of your child's brain as a growing garden. Repeated sweet habits plant seeds that deepen into permanent neural pathways. Grandparents are the warm sunshine in this garden, but even thriving gardens need careful tending to truly flourish and grow. University of Minnesota researchers found compassionate family communication dramatically reduced sweet-giving conflicts within just a few months of practice. One successful family used the Sweet Sunday approach, designating one special day each week for grandparent treat sharing. Sweet Sunday became a cherished family ritual. The child anticipated it joyfully, and grandparents felt deeply honored and respected. By containing sweets to one day, the family transformed sugar from a daily habit into a meaningful shared celebration. Dr. Edward Tronick's still-face paradigm reveals something profound about emotional connection and what children truly crave from caregivers. In the still face experiment, when a caregiver becomes unresponsive, babies immediately sense the disconnection and become visibly distressed. Children don't merely want sweets, they crave attunement, presence, and the warm feeling of being truly seen and cherished. Grandparents can channel love into powerful alternatives: storytelling sessions, craft projects, garden walks, or simply sitting together reading aloud. Nutritionist Dr. Ellen Satter's Division of Responsibility model gives parents authority over food choices while respecting children's natural hunger signals. Applying this framework with grandparents means setting clear family guidelines while still allowing grandparents to feel genuinely included and respected. Nutritionists recommend the 80-20 rule: 80% nourishing whole foods, 20% joy foods, eaten mindfully without any guilt. This framework removes moral weight from sweets. A cookie shared with grandma becomes part of a balanced, guilt-free life. Create a love menu with grandparents, a curated list of non-food ways they can joyfully spoil their beloved grandchild. Love menu items could include a secret handshake, a special song, a handmade bracelet, or grandma's treasured bedtime story. Families who use these strategies reported fewer conflicts over sweets and deeper, richer relationships across all 3 generations. You now hold something powerful, an understanding of both the science and soul behind this everyday family challenge you face. First, schedule a warm, private conversation with grandparents. Begin with gratitude, honoring their precious role in your child's life. Second, offer grandparents the love menu. Give them meaningful alternatives that feel just as special and fulfilling as any sweet. Third, introduce a Sweet Sunday tradition, giving sweets a special family place without turning them into everyday unconscious habits. Fourth, model mindful eating yourself. Children learn more from watching you enjoy food joyfully than from any rule you enforce. Fifth, celebrate the love. Every time grandma reaches for that candy, remember she is reaching for connection and legacy. Your goal isn't eliminating sweets, it's guiding love to flow through channels that nourish your child's body, heart, and soul. Grandparents are truly irreplaceable. Science confirms their love is essential for children's resilience, identity, and deep emotional flourishing. You are not choosing between love and health. You are creating a home where both can coexist in beautiful harmony. That is the secret balance. Not perfection, not rigid rules, just love, wisdom, and courage to hold everything gently together.